Evet, seyahat severler. İnsan gezdikçe, özellikle yeni bloggerlarla tanıştıkça dünyanın çok enteresan bir yer olduğunu anlıyor. Bazen de çok küçük bir dünya olduğunu anlıyor. Şimdi yanımızda Amerikalı bir blogger var. Küçük bir de Türkiye hikayesi var. Çok ilginç bulacağınızı eminim. Hi Tim.
Hi.
Tim Leffel, and your blog is?
cheapestdestinationsblog.com.
Nice. So Tim, I know you for a few days already. You're a traveler, you're an English teacher. So how did this story all begin? I mean, when you were a teacher and what happened, when you were in some other businesses, now you're totally in travel blogging, travel writing business.
Yes, well, I studied music and business in university, and then when I got out, I worked for RCA Records, so I had a real job for a while, for about 7 years in Nashville and New York. And I met my now wife there, and when she was my girlfriend, she said, I want to go traveling around the world. And we both had jobs we liked, and I had a car and things like that, but we both lost our jobs at the same time, and we said, okay, this is a sign. We were waiting. This is the sign. Let's go traveling. So we went backpacking around the world, total of 3 years, but like you said, teaching English in Korea and in Turkey.
So what was that about Turkey? You spent 1 year in Istanbul?
No, 6 months, about 6 months.
6 months. And how was that?
It was really interesting for us. We were in a suburb of Istanbul called Bakırköy, out close to the airport, I guess. But for us, it was really good. We made a lot of good friends there and had a great time. And we went sightseeing every time we were off and saw so much of Istanbul, and then also traveled around Turkey. And I was reviewing hotels. I had started travel writing also, and I got to see a lot of the country, so it was really great.
Excellent. So, do you want to go back to Turkey one time in the future?
I've been back once since
Yeah?
then, just to Istanbul and Ankara to write some magazine articles. But I'm going back in February, I think, for a big conference, and I'm looking forward to that.
Excellent. You will be in Image Fair, I think.
Yes.
Okay, maybe we'll see you there. Tim, what about your current life? I mean, you keep your life going over travel writing, blog writing, right? So how is that possible? Can you please explain us?
Well, I did a talk at this conference where you and I were together about having multiple streams of income, and for me that's what it's really about. I run a few different websites that are all travel related. I also have 5 books out that are in print, and they're ebook versions and print versions, and I also have some packages attached to that, but it's mostly from my own websites. I do a little freelance writing on the side, but mostly from my own operations, which is a nice feeling.
Good. So, our followers are partly bloggers, partly just travel enthusiasts. So, when they see people like you, and we all see people like you, I mean, hitting the road and making travel a lifestyle, we always wonder whether it takes a lot of courage to change your lifestyle into this, or is it a planned process? So what was yours like? How did you switch becoming a travel writer?
For me, it was definitely a planned process. I did it part-time for a long time until I could make enough money to support myself and my family, and that's when I made the switch. So for me, it was really, I was wanting to get out of that cubicle, get out of that corporate job, and I hated only having a certain amount of vacation and having to go ask for time off. And so I was always working toward that, and when it became possible, then I was very happy to say goodbye to the old life, and I think this life's a lot better.
Nice. So what about your recommendations for people who want to do the same? Maybe some young people, shall they just jump in the water and try to swim, or shall they make a plan around this? What do you think?
I would say jump in the water if you have a lot of money in the bank already, if you have savings. Otherwise, it takes some time to build up. I mean, it just takes patience. Whether you're writing for other people or you're writing for yourself, it takes time to build up an audience and build up an income. So a year, 2 years, after that, maybe you can be off on your own. But the classic advice is don't quit your day job the first week. If you have one, keep at least part of that income going from whatever you're doing now.
Okay, thank you very much, Tim. And finally, how will we follow you, your blog, your social media? Can you please let us know your contacts?
So I'm Tim Leffel on most social media platforms like Twitter and Pinterest and whatever, but so it's Tim, Leffel, and then I'm Globetrots on Instagram. That's the only weird one. And my blog is the cheapestdestinationsblog.com, and it's full of advice on where to travel well for less.
Okay, thank you, Tim.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to meet you.